spawning down in the bottom left-hand position. He's green, he's mean, he plays for Dignitas, and he's 2-0 up. It's Tefel. His opponent spawning in the top right, the blue Protoss. He's from Fnatic, and he needs to level out this series now. It is the moment of truth. It's NightEnd. Yonsu will be the map. It's quite a small map. Lots of different attack paths you can be making your way across watchtowers that cover a lot of the map. And of course some interesting positions around here. But more importantly, around here where force fields can make or break your day. Oh yeah. So, apparently something lagged a little bit there. It wouldn't be me because I never lag games nowadays because I have Imber internet. It's all those caster esports dollars. Anyway, this should be some cool times, basically. I'm really hoping the NightEnd levels out this series. Not because I don't want to see Tefel win, but because I am selfishly wanting more games, because everyone loves some more StarCraft, and once this is done, I'll probably have to condole myself by turning off the stream and going and turning myself off, because of course I am just a casting robot and waiting until the next event I can stream. Unfortunately, unlike a casting robot, I also have a cold, which is why I haven't cast for a week, and therefore I need to rest so I can cast during the week, because I'm casting a couple of events this week and it's going to be awesome. So make sure you check out my Twitter at Madals91 for the shameless plug. Of course, all the VODs, if you missed any games from today, they go up on my YouTube, so yeah, that's cool. Anyway, Tefel is not mixing things up because why? He's 2-0 up. Do the same thing, win again, take money, be happy. He's going for Pool Hatch, should see a gas fairly soon as well. Meanwhile, NightEnd, he's going for a Gateway Expand, so he is mixing things up a little bit. By a little bit, it's that he's actually getting down his cybernetics before the Nexus, and he got the gas earlier. But only one gas, so he's not as crazy OP as he was otherwise. But anyway, this is all good, everything's safe, and yeah, normal times. This overlord for Tefel just confirms everything, basically. Sees, okay, standard Gateway Expand. Could be some kind of very aggressive gateway heavy play due to having only the one assimilator is something you can sometimes see. It's very scary if that were to come down. You need roaches generally to deal with it, and Tefel's approach hasn't been to get those. But what would be good is quite simply Tefel getting down speed and making sure no proxy pylon is able to get secured. If he does that, then any one-base play really is shut down exceptionally hard. But for the moment, just kind of boosting our probes. We do have the probe coming back. NightEnd just getting to 300 minerals now, so can take his natural. So not going to be going for anything crazy like a one-base play, which is good. Because even if you are in this position, you don't want to do anything that risky, in my opinion. But really, this was all just to make sure that Tefel, if he were to go for something very aggressive, really NightEnd wouldn't lose to it there and then. And when you are 2 games up in a best of 3, so in a best of 5, going for something risky isn't necessarily a bad move, because you could get a quick win, and yeah, nothing wrong with that. Anyway, drone's still coming out. They transferred once speed started, so Tefel really is playing it by book. This is like StarCraft by numbers for Tefel at the moment. His CVP is so refined. It's crazy. It just shows. It shows that he's confident in everything he does. He's got a variety of mid-game and late-game strategies, but his early game is consistent. He's found a build that makes him feel secure, and that's always a good thing. It's shown to be resilient to a lot of different openings, and therefore Tefel, it can be confident in doing it. But he is going to go now and expand to his third base, and just as normal, Tefel should be going up to about 30-40 drones, and then getting other lings. 8 for the moment. He does have some more lava popping out though, so going up to 12. May see a couple more. 18 is generally where he tops out if he hasn't seen pressure, but they won't be able to do too much because there's the additional 2 gateways there and the Zealot. Interestingly, Immortal is going to be hitting the field here, so this could lead to some pretty cool stuff. Now, the Speedlings, if they do see anything, it'd be great, but they're not going to spot this Immortal, or rather the robotics facility, and Tefel doesn't have an Overlord on the right hand side to come and scout it, which means that it may go undetected for a while. For the moment though, the Speedlings is just going to come and spot up at the wall, with the Mothership Core doing a good job of holding it back. Interestingly though, with the lack of a sentry at the moment, those Zerglings are a little bit more scary than they necessarily need to be. It's unlikely that they break through, but it is always a possibility if there isn't a full sword there. So, at the moment, the Zerglings just taking a little peek at the Zealot, trying to just say, yeah, nah, we probably shouldn't do it, but third base, that's the big thing at the moment for Tefel. He's got more roaches on the way. 3 additional gateways, so this is actually going to be an Immortal 2 base all in. He's going up to 6 gates. A lot of Zealots here. This is going to be a very interesting build. The War Prism coming through too, since there isn't the proxy pylon. This is quite interesting by NightEnd, because he's aware that because Tefel gets these early speedlings out, it'd be unlikely he'd be able to secure up that proxy pylon. So it's quite a good adaptation of good building throughout here. But now it is seen Tefel with the miraculous timing is instantly aware. Unfortunately, he had just made a wave of 10 drones, so therefore needs to start those roaches coming. May opt to get a couple of spine crawlers, clearing out these rocks ASAP because he doesn't want to get those crossbows. He needs the reinforcements in towards his third as soon as possible. But more and more speedlings are coming through now. But this is pretty much purely Zealot Immortal, and that means that you need a lot of roaches. Zerglings aren't going to deal too well, but the big thing is there isn't a +1 for NightEnd, so these Zealots do take 3 shots to kill the lings rather than 2. Roaches trying to back away, trying to clear out those rocks, and now in come all of units. Is Tefel going to be able to hold here? If he can, he's in an amazing spot. He needs to keep this third hatchery alive. The Immortals dealing a good little bit of damage. There is the one there at the moment, another one seeing a little further back, trying to stay alive since it has taken quite a good chunk of damage. The roaches kiting back the Zealots at the moment, but most of the lings, all of the lings, have now been taken out. More and more roaches trying to make their way through, but the Immortals can shred through those roaches so quickly as we're seeing now. The hatchery taking a lot of damage. The Zealots able to deal fairly well with the roaches. They can have to close up the distance. NightEnd looking to be in a good spot at the moment, piling the pressure more. Is Tefel going to be able to scavenge enough together? Well, regardless, the third hatchery has gone down. So while not many drones have died, this is a lot of damage that has been achieved. And of course, Tefel just waiting, biding his time, hoping he can engage at some point soon. But he needs so many roaches. The 2 Immortals still alive, and with the War Prism they can be lifted to avoid the damage or them getting taken out too quickly. And this is where we'll see more and more pressure start coming through. The Immortals are going to be able to close up the distance to those roaches thanks to the time warp from the mothership core, but without that energy there is no option for a mass recall. The Immortals take out the Queen, or at least attempt to. Meanwhile, the Zealots scaling away the rest of the army there. More and more warpins of Zealots coming through here, and this is because there's only one gas. There's not the money to get much else. The Zealots, the drones, all getting pulled. Has NightEnd found a chink in Tefel's seeming unbeatable play here? Well, maybe he has. The roaches are still making a good job. The army is getting split up for the Protoss at the moment, which means it is easier to get taken out. The Immortals getting lifted, trying to engage as best they can, but it's the Zealots up in the main that are dealing a good amount of damage now. Tefel losing 26 drones already. This is looking good for NightEnd, but Tefel still holding his weight in it at the moment. More and more drones are being forced to get pulled. The 2 Immortals critically still alive, and I cannot understate how important that is. The roaches, if they were to take them out, would suddenly fare quite well, but with just great pickup and drop micro with that War Prism, there's very little chance that they're going to get taken out anytime soon. Zealots still doing a nice little bit of work, picking up the reinforcements. These Immortals taking another chunk of damage, but so many drones have been killed. Tefel only at 24 works at the moment. His income currently very low. And the Immortals just shredding through anything as they come through. The Zealots trying to buffer up some of the damage, and Tefel is being forced to make so much, but these units are starting to dwindle. NightEnd looking to be about to secure up his first win of this best of 5 against his Dignitas opponent, but is he going to be able to seal it home? Well, if this natural hatchery goes, that pretty much seals the deal for him. There's no economy really left now for Tefel. While he may have the lair, he just doesn't have the production or income to make anything work. GG is called, and NightEnd shows a glimmer of hope to bring it back as he sets the series 2-1.